We are this close to a second consecutive World Cup appearance, and it's Canada who stand in our way today. Hello there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Dodgy Gamer here, International Manager of Mystery, managing obscure nations so you don't have to. And today we've got episode 32 of our Newgen Nation International Manager of Mystery mashup. And World Cup qualifying is nearly within our grasp. I'm going to talk you through the results we've had. Now, you will have seen the Gold Cup action, of course, where we heroically fought our way to the semi-finals, only to fall once again to the Mexicans. Well, a few weeks later, we travelled to Jamaica for a World Cup qualifier. It didn't go well. We lost 3-0 on that day. A few days later, though, we travelled over to El Salvador, and we managed to right the ship. A 3-1 win. A dominant 3-1 win, it has to be said. Sebastian Glidden, a young centre-back. He got the first goal in only his second appearance for the national team. Then Julian Ebanks-Williams, Manchester United striker. He's played a few games and just drawn blanks for us, finishing of 9, of course. But he finally got his first goal for the Cayman Islands. And then after El Salvador pulled one back, it was Carson Solomon who sealed it late on. But the key thing is what happened in the other games, of course. As we were losing to Jamaica, El Salvador were pulling off a shock win over Canada, which means as we come into the final two matches, Canada are out. They are not going to the World Cup. They've got no chance. Jamaica have already qualified. We can join them with a point today. You'll see we're 6 points ahead of El Salvador. So, a point today, and we're definitely through. We could even lose today and go through if El Salvador can't beat Jamaica. So, we're almost there. And we're favourites. Evens for the Cayman Islands. We now hold the advantage over Canada. Recent victories have put us to 5 wins, whereas Canada only have 3, and there's been 1 draw along the way. And this is the team we're lining up with today. The only person we're missing, Jamal Rowe. He's suspended for this game, but will be available for the next game. I have brought in a couple of new faces, a couple of people I want to get capped, but I'm saving them for the final game, which is potentially going to be a dead rubber match, of course. But we're going with Ribeiro in goal, Ebanks, Webb and Rudd Roach in the centre of defence. Marshall, Connolly, Ebanks and Matthews. Steve Matthews returning to the side. We had Cupid, I think, out injured. No, Cupid's on the bench. It was the other guy who's out injured. Skeet Fagan comes into the centre. He can play in the centre, of course. Elliott and Solomon on the wings. Coleman in the attacking midfield position. And Ebanks-Williams, having scored the goal last time against El Salvador, keeps his place. Interesting lineup from the Canadians here, a 4-1-3-1-1. Obviously not offering much width, but I guess they're just surrendering the wings to us again. We will be telling the team, pick up where you left off last time. There we go. That's motivated a few of them at least. And we're off, potentially just 90 points away from that World Cup final, as we're playing to a packed-out stadium at Truman Bodden in Georgetown. No action yet, no highlight-worthy action at least. Here we go, Solomon playing in Fagan. Fagan got in a bit of a battle there with James. Unfortunately came out on the losing end, but they gift it back to us. Elliott into the box. His shot straight at the keeper. But an early chance for us. Now Skeet to whip in one of those feigned free kicks. Plays a little 1-2 with Coleman. Gets the cross in. Solomon! Oh, that's come back off the post, I think. Very close to an opening goal there. Well, El Salvador are losing. They're 2-0 down away to Jamaica, which would... 3-0 down now, which would put us through. So even with there not being much in terms of action and highlights here so far, we're in a good position. Elliott heads over. 4-0 now to Jamaica. We have struggled in sometimes early in games to break teams down recently. I'm not sure why. Right, I'm not pleased with what I've just seen from this team. We've got to be a bit more penetrating than this. So we are going to make our usual change here. We'll go more direct with the passing, take off play out of defence, get those overlapping wingers on, and we'll up the ante with distributing a bit more quickly as well. Okay, we just switched up to attacking. Now Skeet whips one in, and there we go. Wood Roach gets up for the header. He's put us 1-0 up. Wow, Jamaica now 6-1 up against El Salvador, but we are focused on our own match. Beautiful ball from Skeet. One straight off the training ground, that one. And now we've got a throw in. Matthews whips it in, and Solomon picks it up here. They've got someone out wide. Yes, the overlap is working. Connolly Ebanks whips in the cross. Elliott, Jonathan Elliott, the left winger there with the goal, upping the ante to attacking, getting those overlapping runs on. It's done the trick. We're now 2-0 up and cruising. World Cup 2038. Here we come. Right, Tudor Welcome Fagan is a 17-year-old at Barcelona who we finally managed to persuade to play for us. And he's got finishing of 15. He's got acceleration of 16. He's the complete package almost, so we're going to bring him on. I'm also going to move Fagan out to the left because Jonathan Elliott, goal scorer, is looking a bit tired. Marshall Elliott returns to the fold in that central midfield position. We'll make all substitutions at once. Andrew Roach made his debut. I think it was against El Salvador, and he now gets a second competitive cap. All right, time for a final goal maybe. Roach on a run. Oh, he gets hacked down. Lorenzo being a bit slippery there, and he gets a red. Canada down to 10 men for the final few minutes. But I think that's our action for today as we go into the final minute of added on time. There we go. Well, Jamaica ended up hammering El Salvador 7-1, I believe, but that means the final game is just going to be for bragging rights about who goes through in first place. Yes, we've done it. Cayman Islands qualify for the World Cup, 2034 World Cup. I think I was saying 2038 World Cup at some point, but never mind. We are there for the second time. We'll look back at our 11-5 win over Guyana, 2-0 win over Canada, which was, what we just did, and a 4-1 triumph over El Salvador. Qualified with a game in hand. We famously knocked the USA out of the Gold Cup just 3 months ago, and we've gone from strength to strength ever since. Lovely stuff. Skeet on form, man of the match with his assist, the world-class midfielder. And we look to the future with optimism. Of course we do. Well, we finish with another defeat to Jamaica. Penalty settled it. 1-0. We did rotate a bit. Skeet was suspended, having picked up a yellow. I think he was, trying to make sure he didn't get a suspension carried over to the World Cup, of course. We gave some of those youngsters a start. Maybe not the best thing to do. We were pretty ineffective up front and without Skeet. You've seen before how we struggle without him. So that means we finish second in the group. Jamaica qualifying on 16 points in the end. Pretty comprehensive stuff from them, but doesn't matter if you go through first or second, just that you go through. Joining us from the CONCACAF zone, USA, Trinidad and Tobago, who edged out Barbados, Gold Cup finalists, not getting through. And, of course, Mexico go through. Costa Rica join them. Dominican Republic go into the Intercontinental Playoff. The 2034 World Cup will be in China. We've qualified along with some powerhouse nations from South America, a few from Asia. I'm already thinking we'd like to draw Uzbekistan or New Zealand. And yes, quite a few there from Europe and Africa as well. Do we want to be facing Spain again? No, not really, but we'll see. The draw is taking place in a couple of months' time, in December. I will let you know in due course who we get, and then, of course, it's the World Cup Finals. And that is going to be the focus of our next episode. We're going to fast forward, get through all the friendlies, and get to that World Cup group stage, and I do hope you'll join me for it. If you enjoyed that qualification, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm Dodgy Gamer, International Manager of Mystery. See
you in China.